YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my monthly makeup bag. So I'm gonna go over everything I used last month, and I'm gonna show you what I'm introducing this month. A couple of things got added along the way because some stuff was sent to me, some stuff I was trying to pan, some stuff it'll make sense when I get there. So first off, two things that I actually had to add. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Liquid Foundation. I got sent this from Influencer to test, and I mean, I got sent something awesome. Like, this is like a full-size, higher-end foundation. I wouldn't call it high-end, but it's definitely more than I usually pay for foundations. So I'm definitely keeping this. I have tested it out. There will be a review video coming probably in the next week or so. I gotta film it first. I'll probably film it at some point today, actually. But shorthand, I did really like this, so I'm definitely keeping it. I decided to start adding a mattifying setting spray to these because I'm panning the MAC Fix Plus. The MAC Fix Plus is great for a lot of things. It gets rid of the powdery finish of powder on my face because I have to use a lot of powder because I am an oily wreck. But it doesn't mattify, so I started throwing in a mattifying spray. This is the Project Beauty Spray Set and Go. I do like this. I swapped for this because it came in a BoxyCharm a month or two ago and I really wanted it, but it didn't come in mine. I really like this. I would not purchase this though because this is $32 for 2 ounces. So it's kind of expensive for what it is, and I have used stuff that's cheaper that works just as good, but I'm happy to have this. I love trying out setting sprays. I have a new one in here this month. Okay, so that's the two things that we're setting outside of the bag. I had a powder this past month because I wasn't panning a powder at the time when I threw it in. Now I am, so I'm not adding a new one. But this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Ultra Definition Powder Foundation. I did not use this as a powder foundation. I just used it as a setting powder. And mine is in Fair Neutral. This is actually on HauteLook right now, if you guys want it, because I don't think they actually sell this anymore. I got this from a friend of mine for like 15 bucks. But this is what mine looks like. And it is really nice. I don't know if I would necessarily pay full price for this, or would have paid full price for this. Like I said, I don't think they sell it anymore. But if you can get it on a discount, so it's really good. And I don't even know what's all in here. Like, some stuff is crazy. We got a palette. This is the Balm Voyage from The Balm. It has something on it because I spilled something apparently. I'm not entirely sure if I'm actually going to keep this palette. I like it, but I'm sure I have all the colors in it. This is what it looks like right here, and the blushes are ridiculously light for balm blushes. Like, I know I'm going light-handed in here with my fingers, but that's still really light for balm blushes. The Balm's blushes are usually almost too pigmented for me to use. Like, I have to be really careful with them, but these are really, really light. So, you know, I'm probably not gonna use the cheek colors down here. I got this in the makeup box swap that I did a while ago, but I think I might pass this on. I'm not entirely decided yet. I'm probably just gonna let it sit for a month, like sit on top of my vanity for a month, or go through my stuff and see, okay, the colors that I liked out of the eyeshadows, do I have stuff that matches it? Like, I liked this pink, I liked this, well, I like this purpley pink, I like this kind of terracotta-y shade, I really liked this blue. Let me see what I got, and if I have some of the colors that I really liked in here, I think I will actually pass this on. Honestly, I might end up sending my own box to Project Beauty Share, and I haven't totally decided yet. Or I might do another swap with somebody, another makeup box with somebody else that ends up going to Project Beauty Share. I don't know. This is all out of order because I'm just pulling off the top of the box. This is the Estee Edit Pore Vanishing Stick. I do really like this. They don't sell this anymore though, so once I use this up, I can't really get it again. I know a couple of brands make pore primers in stick form. There's somebody I know that does. It might be 100% pure. I saw it on Jacqueline Levine's channel recently. So I know I can get this style again. I just don't know how good that one is, but this one I really like. It's just unfortunate that the Estee Edit brand kind of went under because it was kind of badly marketed, to be perfectly honest. And while some of the products were good and some of them weren't, some of them were really good and I really liked. So it's kind of a bummer. Alright, so we have a liquid cat suit from Wet n Wild. This particular one is in the shade Video Vixen. I have like 3 or 4 of these. I think I actually have more now because I picked up a few Halloween colors I found in Walmart. I really enjoy this formula of liquid lipsticks. They're great. And Wet n Wild does not test on animals, and it's really cheap, and you can get it almost anywhere. You can even get them on Ulta's website now. So if you haven't checked these out already and you like liquid lipsticks, you definitely should. It is not as horrifically drying as some liquid lipsticks are. It's kind of in the middle as far as that drying is concerned. Like, it's not, you know, the Revlon HD ones are. Not the HD. You know which ones I'm talking about. They are liquid lipsticks, whatever they call them. They're not that moussey, but they're not as drying as... What's a really drying one? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Overall, it's really good. This is another thing that I might wind up decluttering that I got in the box. It is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Palette. This just wasn't special enough for me to necessarily want to hang on to it, especially considering how big it is. And it's my own neuroses that makes me not like this type of product. But I hate having dark product move into the lighter shades. I have to clean it every time I use it. Like, it's dirty right now and it's bugging the crap out of me. Like, I'm actually going to fix that right now. But because I have to constantly clean it, it wastes product. So this might not be for me because of my own neurotic tendencies. And I know that the color that this becomes together, I'm sure I have that somewhere as a highlighter. Let's see. Oh, this was my liquid blush for the month. It is the Pixie Bot Petra Sheer Cheek Gel. I don't know why I put a soft G on that. I didn't like this. This is not nearly as dark as it looks in the bottle, so do not let it freak you out. It does stain like a beast though. Like, the way I use it is I put it on the back of my hand and then I either use a sponge or stippling brushes depending on what I have closest. And by the time I have gotten it nicely on my cheeks, it has stained the crap out of my hand. So if you get those, beware, but they're really nice. If you're into the cream gel cheek product sort of thing, which a lot of people aren't, but I actually really do like cream and type cheek blushes. I'm sorry, I'm working on like 5 hours of sleep, so I'm kind of all over the place, but I really like cream and liquid blushes because they make like a base for my powder blush, and they make my I think they make my blush stay all day and make it a little more potent because I like a higher blushed cheek than probably most people do. So I actually use my cream blushes. I know I'm one of the weirdos out there, but it's true. Oh, I had this powder too, apparently. This is the Julep Invisible Finishing Powder. I wouldn't pay full price for it. It is just a translucent powder, but I like it fine. I certainly like it enough to keep it. Let's see. I have the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blush in the shade Flushed. I'm convinced every line that has blushes has a color named Flushed. And this is really pretty for summer. And it's nice and soft and wonderfully pigmented without being unblendable and pigmented, so I did enjoy that. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I have this too. This is the Julep Cushion Complexion 5-in-1 Skin Perfector with turmeric. So this is a concealer. This is okay. Like, I can use this up, but it is not a concealer with the greatest of coverage. Like, I would probably use this a little more as maybe a highlighting concealer. Like, maybe not actually highlighting, but I would mix this with another concealer to use it up, and then I wouldn't purchase it for full price. I got both of those Julep products in the Julep box. I definitely like the powder more than I like the concealer. The concealer's honestly kind of meh, but because I can't really pass that kind of product on, I'm just gonna use it up. I got an eyeliner to test from 0.8 liter. This is the Kill Black Waterproof Pen Liner from Clio. It's a good It's a good liquid eyeliner if you like the kind of more felt tip eyeliners. It's only like $8. You just have to get it from specific sites because it's a Korean brand, but it's really good. So definitely hanging on to that. I think I've only got a couple more things. Do I even have a couple more things? Yes, I do. I have 2 more things. I have 3 more things. I have 4 more things. 2 eyeshadows and 2 lip products. The 2 lip products, I got the Tarte in set sale. I don't know exactly what brand this is, but I do like this color. It's a nice nude. And it is a nude that works on me, so I'm definitely hanging on to that. I got this through the swap site. I came in like a Sephora play box. But I don't like them together. So this is the Pixi by Petra. I don't freaking know. It's a beach tint, I think. So like this side is a lip cheek. This side is a lip stain, and I really like the color of this. This side is a lip gloss, and I really like the color of this on its own, but together they look kind of weird. I don't know why this bright orange was paired with this kind of darker maroony color. So I will use them, and I like them. I won't use them together. Like I thought that was a weird pairing. And I have 2 eyeshadows. One I have to carry over because I didn't use it. I had the Catrice Liquid Metal eyeshadow in We Are the Champagnes. I complained last month that mine was on the drier side and somebody else said that theirs was really creamy. I think I had to get through a layer of it because once I started using it, it started being amazingly creamy. So I think I just had to get through the first layer of it. So I liked that. And this is the one that I didn't get to. It is a Luna by Luna Cosmetics eyeshadow in Jace. And it is a matte. It's honestly, it's really close to that terracotta shade in the Balm palette. It might honestly be a satin, but for the most part it would definitely perform as a matte. Yeah, that's basically matte. There might be a little hint of satin color to it, so I'm gonna make sure to use this in the next couple of days to make sure that I actually use it. Alright, so out with the old, in with the new, as I like to say. For the foundation I'm testing this month and the setting spray I'm going to use this month, they're both by Milani. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation in 00A porcelain. I think this will match me. This is the lightest shade they make. They've had to go back and add like 3 light shades to start covering people that aren't beige. So I'll be testing that. And I got the Make It Last setting spray that I've heard really good things about, so I wanted to see how that worked. They added a Milani stand to my Walmart, and it was stocked with both of those, so I was like, mine now. I didn't add any traditional lipsticks. Instead, I added my Urban Decay Vice lipstick palette. I know most people aren't into lipstick palettes, but I really don't mind them. And I think this one was pretty well put together for a lipstick palette. Like, it has a really good mirror over here. The lipsticks are covered, so they don't necessarily get crap in them. And it comes with a retractable lip brush, so it doesn't get crud everywhere. If I can open it. I'm like pushing down on it, but I have to pull it up. So mine's dirty because I've played with this before, but I've never properly worn it. But because it is retractable, you don't get crap everywhere. It has a good spot for it. So as far as lip palettes are concerned, I think this one, the packaging was really well thought out, and while it is thick, it is not big, so it does fit in a purse if you are willing to carry a lip palette around, which, like I said, I don't mind. It has a lot of nude shades, it has some fun colors in it. This was the one of the 2 that came out earlier this year that appealed to me. I think this was actually a holiday thing. When I bought it, it was on sale for half off. I think you can still get this from the Urban Decay website on sale. I think this might be on Haute Look too, actually. I know one of them is, I just don't know which one, but yeah. I really want to find a good look for this green right here. Like, I wanted to buy one of them, and the one that appealed to me was this one because it had the green shade in it, which is called Junkie, by the way. Really looking forward to actually using this instead of just goofing off with it and putting it on my lips for like 5 minutes while playing with it. I did not put a lot of eyeshadow in here. I only put two. One's a big palette, one's a small palette. They're both kind of on the same wavelength now that I'm looking at them. They're both kind of smoky eye palettes, but it's fine. And it's fall, so smokier eyes are more of a thing. This one is the Maybelline The City Mini Palette in Concrete Runway. And here it is right here. I thought that would be fun to use. And the other one I have is one I've had for ages and I just haven't really messed with yet, so I don't even know if I like it. It is the Rimmel Magnifies Shadow. And this is in Grunge Glamour. Like I said, they're both on the smokier side of things, but it'll be fine. Alright, so I'm gonna spoil my Project 20 pan if it's already been spoiled if you follow my Instagram, but I hit pan on the highlight that I was panning. So I added like 3 highlights in here because I could finally actually like play with them. Because I had like several that I had either gotten in the swap box or that I literally just bought like the other day. One of them is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips in a Malibu strip. Once again, this is one of those things where if I do the color the wrong way, it's going to bug the daylights out of me. But luckily this actually goes, shut up, from light to dark. So as long as I do it this way, I think I'll be all right. I'm just concerned that that might be too dark for me and I'll have to stick to like the bottom 2 colors. Like I think that might work for me as a highlight. So we'll mess with that. If I can't make it work, I'll pass it on. And I picked, these were at my Walmart. Like apparently the Halloween collection and the Unicorn collection, they thought were the same thing. So they sent out a lot of the Unicorn collection and I picked up a decent amount of it, but this is what I threw in this month. I got the Botanic Dream highlighter. Now when I first like looked at these, they were kind of gritty, but now that I think they had like a weird overspray on them because they were hard at first, but now that I've kind of wiped the overspray off, they're fine. And this one is in Royal Calyx. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. And this one also really might not work for me as a highlight. It might be like an eyeshadow. But I decided to get it. It's actually fairly light, so it still might work for me as a highlight. We shall see. And I think all I got left in here are 2 blushes, 1 cream, 1 powder. This was something that came out in a BoxyCharm that I actually bought this from somebody. I didn't swap for it. I was trying to swap for it and then I saw somebody selling it, so I got it there instead. This is the Alouette face paint for lip and cheek tint, and it is in the shade, I don't know. It's in that shade. This shade. I'm kind of losing what little brain power I have. Thing that I did swap for, this is the Estee Lauder Blush All Day Natural Cheek Color in Raspberry. I think this is a sample, like it's not a full size. And the weird packaging, I fought with this for like a minute straight before I realized it twisted off. I need a finger that's not swatched up. So there is that. Also pretty. But I think these would be worn separately, which is totally fine by me. So I'm gonna have to edit the crap out of this to get rid of a lot of running my mouth. But that is it. Thank you guys for sticking this out with me. I hope I made some sense in this video. But thank you for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you later. Bye.